Hello everybody, Raven Knight here, and welcome back to another Executions Graded. This is a series where I take a look at all of For Honor's unique heroes, take a look at all their unique executions, and give them a grade to decide just how good they really are. For those of you who are new to the series, I highly recommend you check out this video up in the right-hand corner called That's an Execution, where I go over the rubric and how I grade these. But for those of you who are veterans, you kind of already know the game plan, but I'll briefly explain everything so you guys know. Essentially what I do is I look at each unique execution from these heroes. I give them a grade based on 4 criteria. Lethality, how deadly is it? Realism, how realistic is it? Efficiency, how quick and how practical is it? Is it something you'd want to do? And cool factor, does it fit their personality and is it cool to see? I do each of these in a score of out of 4, which will get us a total score out of 16. I then give us a grade for that hero's execution, go through all their executions, average out the grades, and get a final score for that hero. Those of you who don't know, I have recently released a video called Hero Report Cards. Go check that out over here. And in that video, I lay out where all the heroes are currently in their executions grades. But we're constantly updating. And today, not only am I going to tell you the grades for the new Hero Fest executions we've gotten for Shaman, Jiang Jun, and Hitokiri, but I'm also going to tell you guys how these new executions impact their overall grade and whether they go up or down. I'm really excited to take a look at these, but I want to say something before we get started. Normally when I do this, since we're only doing the Hero Fest executions right now, I wait until the end of the season and then look at all 6 of the new Hero Fest executions that come out that season. But people were telling me they want me to do these videos more frequently. So the best way I thought I could do that is to have it where I do it in 2 parts. I look at the first 3 executions when they come out in the Hero Fest during the Title Update 1, and now I'm looking at the last 3 executions graded Hero Fest executions that come out in the Title Update 2. So that's what I did this season. Do you guys prefer it this way, or would you like me to just do it like I used to do it next season, where I just look at all 6 in one video? You guys let me know down in the comment section what preferred way you'd like me to do it. Now, without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at Shaman's execution and get this video started. Shaman starts us off with Take It on the Chin. Ooh. Okay, Alright, well, let's get started. For lethality, I'll give that a 4. The dagger is going up into the throat, up out of the back of the head, so it's going through the brain cavity, out the skull. This man's dead, I have no problem believing that. For realism, I'm going to give it a 3. While the technique is good, the problem that I have here is the dagger does go out the back of the head. You're not going to do that with a one-handed thrust. That's just not going to happen. The skull is not that easy to penetrate. It's not. It doesn't. You can't go through it that easily. So I'm going to give it a 3 for realism because everything else is fine. It's that bit that bothers me. For efficiency, I'll give it a 4. This was quick, and the way you use the weapons is practical. I'll give you that. So I mean, granted, you did well there. But for cool factor, I'm going to have to give it a 1. I am very underwhelmed by this execution, and I'll tell you why. While technically this is a precise means to kill, my issue here is, like I said, cool factor isn't just how cool the execution looks. It is whether or not it fits the hero's personality. This feels more like a Peacekeeper execution than it does a Shaman execution. Like, Peacekeeper is all about being precise and direct. Shaman is about being wild and crazy and unpredictable. When I see a Shaman execution, I expect to either feel violently sick with how brutal it is, or laugh at how insane it is. This one, I'm not doing either. I'm just kind of going, huh, okay. I mean, you killed him, congrats, but is that Shaman? Like, am I looking at Shaman here? You know, that's kind of where I'm getting at that. It doesn't look bad by any stretch. Again, I'll say it doesn't look terrible, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this one, so that's a 1 for cool factor, which gives this execution a 12 out of 16, which is a 75%. A 75% for Shaman, and adding that on to her current grade and averaging it out, again, we get an overall grade which remains the same, 73%. It's what she had before, it's what she has now. So congrats, Shaman, your grade has not gone up or down. It's stayed the same. The problem here is, Shaman, I know you can do better. I know Shaman can do better than this, so I want to see that go up next time, Shaman. So, not a great score this time, but I know you can do better. All right, Shaman, good job. See you next time. Next up is Jiang Jun with Be Quiet. Huh. Okay. All right. So, be quiet. Lethality, I'm going to give that a 4. You've crushed the windpipe and the throat. That is definitely lethal. This person is going to die. However, it will not be a quick death. This will take a little bit of time. This will take a few minutes because he is asphyxiating. He is suffocating on his throat, his blood. He's dying. He can't get air into his system. And the fact that he's hyperventilating too, or most likely hyperventilating, means this will go a lot quicker. So, I'll give that a lethality of 4. For realism, I'll give it a 4 too. While it's not the ideal way to do it, you can crush the throat and windpipe with your fingers. So, I mean, yeah, you could do that. I don't know why he does an underhand grip to do it, but, I mean, it's fine. It's not a problem. You could have done it overhand too, but whatever. It's still realistic, so I'll give that a 4. Efficiency, I'm going to give it a 3. Now, this is a quick execution, probably one of his quickest, but efficiency isn't just about quickness. It's about practicality. And here we have a dude with a long, powerful pole arm killing someone with their bare hand. I mean, it works. He does it well, and it fits. But there was a quicker and better way to do this. So I would say that is a 3 for efficiency. And then finally, for cool factor, I give that a 2. That is a 2 for cool factor, and I will explain why. This does somewhat fit. I think that they're onto something here because it kind of fits his martial arts master kind of mentality, you know, not even looking at him as he grabs him by the throat, choking him out. This does feel right for Jiang Jun. The problem is it doesn't wow me at all, and honestly, I think it would have been, but like, here's the thing. The execution is called Be Quiet. I would imply, the implication there being that they're making noise. Here's what I would do. Have it where when they charge forward, you impale them on the Guandao. Like he shoves the Guandao forward and impales them through the stomach. They're looking at themselves impaled, and the warden's going, ah! Like you could show him screaming, waving his arms around, and the Jiang Jun just shakes his head at all the noise, then reaches over, grabs his throat, then crushes the throat to shut him up, then pulls the Guandao off of him as he falls to the ground dead. That would have been not only funnier, it would have fit better with the name of the execution. Otherwise, this just kind of, you know, it's okay. It's not great. That's why it gets a 2 for cool factor, because I can see what they were going for. They just didn't hit it all the way. What they needed to do was set it up a little bit better. Make it so that you're showing the warden screaming by having him impaled by the Guandao. Or, hell, you could even make the Guandao take his arm off. He looks at his arm going, just, just screaming about his arm. And Jiang Jun just goes, shut up. And then that's when you get it. You know, that's when you get the execution in there. But it could have been done better. That's all. But for what it is, this execution is a 13 out of 16, which is an 81%. Now we add that on to the overall grade for Jiang Jun, which was an 83, and the overall grade becomes an 83 again. Yep, it didn't go up or down either. Jiang Jun is sitting at an 83, which is a respectable grade, but I just know he can do better. Like I said, this could have been better. You just needed to put more effort into the project. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, good job, Jiang Jun. See you next time. And finally, with Hitokiri, we have Toriireru. Toriireru. All right. Okay. I was not expecting that. Well, first of all, the motion here fits. Toriireru can translate to mean harvest or to harvest. So it looks like they're harvesting the arm here. So that's what I'm getting from that. For lethality, I'm gonna give that a 2. Now, hear me out before anyone loses their mind. Cutting off the arm is not a death sentence. Yes, it can kill. Blood loss and trauma to the arm can kill you, but it is not surefire. What happens is when you lose an arm, you lose a lot of blood fast, so your heart rate decreases to limit the amount of blood that goes out of you, and so it tries to keep you alive longer. If this person is gotten off the battlefield, a tourniquet applied to the arm or to the shoulder to prevent more blood loss, and it is stopped quickly, this person could live. Could being the operative word. Could. Here's the thing. When I look at executions graded, people always say, oh, there's just no way they could fix that. I'm not concerned about how they could fix it. I'm talking about, is this going to kill? Is this execution going to kill? And there is a chance it would not kill. That's why in an execution, you want to go for the throat. You want to go for the kill. And this, here's the thing. Cutting off the arm is just the buildup. You need to do something after that. You've cut off the arm. Okay, now slit his throat. Shove that axe into his head. Like, punch out his heart. Do something to assure the kill. But they don't. They just kick him in the face. And then he falls over. So this is a lethality of 2. This may kill. but there is a chance they survive it. For realism, this is a 2. The axe is heavy, but in order to take off an arm and cut through the bone, you need momentum. You need force. You took this axe one-handed and just snipped off the arm. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. I'm not saying the arm couldn't be cut off with that axe. It could, but you need to build up momentum. You need to build up power behind that. What you could have done instead is maybe, while holding the arm, slide the axe blade across his throat. You could have done that. That would have been fine, but realistically, no, this is a 2. For efficiency, it is a 3. It is a quick execution, but again, there's a better way to do this. Like I said, hold the arm, slash across the throat. That would have been a much quicker way to deal with this, and it would have been more efficient. And then finally, for cool factor, I'm going to give it a 2. I almost gave it a 1. I'm not a fan of this one. I don't think this is very strong, especially considering how brutal Hitokiri is supposed to be. The reason I give it a 2 is because, I mean, the creative aspect here is how it plays with the idea of harvesting the arm. I guess that's a little creative. And the brutal category does fit along with how Hitokiri does things, just being absolutely brutal. So I can definitely see that. But otherwise, no, there's nothing really great about this. It wasn't lethal like I wanted it to be. It wasn't grandiose like I thought it might be. And as brutal as it is, I mean, it's brutal, but it's not terrifying. When I think Hitokiri, I think of terrifying. Like someone who's going to not only destroy you, but make you hurt while you do it. This, it's, all right, snip, kick. I don't know. I'm a little underwhelmed by this execution, I'll be real. It's not the worst I've seen, but given what we know about Hitokiri, this is pretty bad. And this score, this execution, gets a 9 out of 16, which is a 57%. I think that may be the lowest execution score that Hitokiri's gotten yet. And if we average out the score that Hitokiri already had, which was an 88, and average in this 57, we get a new score of 85. Hitokiri went from a great score, dropping 3 points down from 88 to 85. 85 is still good, don't get me wrong, but wow, this kind of hurt Hitokiri a bit, didn't it? A failing grade can really affect a report card, I'm telling you. But yeah, Hitokiri, I know you can do better than this. I mean, I know you can do better than this. Good try, though. And that about does it, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this Executions Graded video. And again, guys, let me know in the comments if you want me to keep doing this format where I deal with the first 3 Hero Fest executions after Title Update 1 and then do the last 3 Hero Fest executions after Title Update 2. Or do you want me to just wait for the whole season to be over and do all 6 in one video? Which would you guys prefer? Let me know so I know what to do for next season. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And guys, please know that whenever I do these videos, I'm basing it off of my own criteria and my own approach to doing things. If you like an execution for whatever reason, don't feel like I'm poo-pooing you for that. Enjoy the executions you like, buy the executions you want. I'm just having fun with this series, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Take care.